Oh boy, we got a spicy one today. This is kind of coming off the back of something we've already talked about, but we seemingly are getting a little bit closer to the truth, to what's actually going to happen, okay? And that is the talks basically that, remember, we had heard Amber Heard was in talks for a Mera spin-off film. We've heard conflicting reports about Aquaman 2 in general, which I will talk about in this video. But now we're hearing that it seems like it's going to be a show. It's going to be a Mera TV show on HBO Max starring Amber Heard, and she's in talks for it. So, this is going to get spicy, and as always, make sure if you guys do like the spicy kind of videos that I do, that you guys are subscribed, do have the bell icon turned on so you know when all the videos go up, and I honestly do some of these videos as well on my second channel, so if you guys super like the stuff or you want to see more of my videos just in general, my second channel's name is Podcast Now Plus. You could search it up on YouTube, or of course, you could just look at the link in the description below. There'll be a link for it in the description. All right, so, it's the answer to this, or the response to this, is the same thing that I said back in the, that she may have a movie, okay? And the response is, I kind of hope that it happens. Now, obviously, we don't, and I guess the thing you guys need to know probably is that I'm not on her side. I am on Johnny Depp's side, okay? For any new people joining in, right, to know where I stand, basically, okay? It's not that I want her to have work while Johnny Depp is just a laughing stock of Hollywood and kicked out right on the streets, okay? So that's not what I want. I want, honestly, and we've said it before, I want justice, okay? If they've both done things wrong, and one gets punished, they should both get punished. Should they even be punished in terms of what's happened to them in Hollywood for the stuff that's gone on? Probably not. But if you do it to Johnny Depp, you better do it to her. We've heard about the lies and all that kind of stuff. That's obviously going down a big rabbit hole. The Mera TV show is a beautifully terrible idea, just like a Mera movie would be a beautifully terrible idea. And why do I use both those words? Again, if you guys are new, well, I think it's a good idea because it's a good time to show how much we're against it. That's the biggest thing to me. Because we've talked about petitions. We've talked about being mad online. I think all of it has its purpose, right? These videos, these have a purpose. Petitions, signing an online petition has a purpose. Do I think they're going to do anything? No, I don't. The thing that I think they do is build up. They do have a purpose, okay? They build up an online community where we're kind of all in the fight together and we're all on one side. And that, by the way, is an amazing thing. That's one of the strengths of the internet, right? While social media and stuff can really be a terrible thing sometimes, something like this, we haven't truly done anything yet, but what we're doing is we're building up to it. And then how do we do stuff? Well, in all reality, and this is where it kind of comes to the conflictions, because it's like, well, do I watch these things so I can critique them and like tear them apart? Do I need to do that in order to do it? It kind of goes to that kind of gray area. But the point is, that is when we are able to send a message. When they spend millions and millions and millions of dollars on a TV show, or they spend hundreds of millions of dollars on a movie, and people don't go to see it, and you make it very clear, we make it very clear that we're not going to see it because of her, okay? When we do that, that's how we prove a point. When you don't go to see Pirates, specifically because Johnny Depp is not in the movie, you are sending Disney a message that's, hey, you messed up. We are not supporting you. Have fun spending $250 to $400 million on this movie and not break even or lose money or whatever happens, right? That's how you make them pay. That's the only way. Again, in reality, like theme parks and stuff like that, but again, for this Amber Heard stuff, the only really way to do it, yes, the petitions are great, okay? 1.5 million people. So actually, I think it's like 1.7, 1.8 million. I mean, yeah, that's amazing. But again, as we've talked about, DC, Warner Bros., do you think they look at online petitions? I really don't think they do. I think they know. I think for a situation like this, because this isn't just any old online petition. You know what I mean? This is a big deal. I'm sure they know that public opinion on her is not very good, okay? I think everybody's kind of aware of that. Whereas the Johnny Depp thing is kind of like, I don't know, we want to do it for PR purposes. We want to look like we're such golden boys and girls of the world, right? That's a little bit different because it seems like public opinion is very much on his side. And it could be rightly so, it could be maybe wrongly so, but I mean, that's just the case. They didn't fire him because public opinion looked bad on him. It was mainly because of the court stuff looked bad on him, okay? Whereas Amber Heard, it's like, all right, even though things are technically going her way, which is, that's why it's funny. That's why the legal system is funny, why people don't really trust the legal system, is because everything has really gone her way in court, and then in reality, though, nobody trusts her. Nobody trusts her. Nobody likes her. And I think they know that too. Okay, so that kind of goes into the second rumor. I believe it's by Grace Randolph, right? Now I know, that's another person that not a lot of people very much like, but the rumor from her, right, and this is an older one, is that they're kind of writing the script so that if she needs to be lessened, if her role needs to be lessened, it can be, or if it would be normal, it could be normal. And they're also looking to add another, basically a female interest, a female love interest potentially to this movie. Now, I mean, I would say don't like jam pack the movie. I've talked about this before. I mean, Aquaman is good because of the action. Aquaman honestly is good because of James Wan. Aquaman is good because of James Wan and Jason Momoa. Those are the two reasons that this movie is good. There was other decent acting, okay, but nothing like amazing. Even Jason Momoa, right? He's not like the top tier actor that you could say other people are. The real reason it was good is because it was good, dumb fun. There was action like we've never seen before. Again, James Wan did he's a director, right? He did a phenomenal job. It was not good because of the dynamic characters and the development and the relationships they had with each other. None of that stuff. It was not good because of that. So throwing more of that in there as a writer, I think James Wan is directing the second one, not gonna help him, right? You're not playing to his strengths. It's not gonna work very well. So like, I'm not saying like don't lower her role and don't add somebody else, but if they were to, I think that would actually still hurt the movie. Even if you have Amber in it less, I think you're still kind of cramming it with too much stuff. Again, they're kind of in a bind. But by the way, a fun little thing is, why would you if the courts don't go her way, as the rumor is, if they don't go her way, why would you lower her role? Why wouldn't you just get rid of her? I thought that's the case with Warner Bros. I thought if Johnny Depp loses the case, he's kicked out as Grindelwald. So if Amber Heard loses the case, why wouldn't she be kicked out? She'd be lowered. It'd be a lessened role in Aquaman. Doesn't seem very fair. Is there something that there must be a difference there? And I get it. Johnny Depp, Amber Heard, there is a difference in between those two people. I'm not going to say it out loud because people should already know the difference in terms of something starts with a G. Okay, so it's funny. It's funny. I get mad. I get again, this is a more spicy video where I'm going after it, but at the same time, it's something that you kind of just have to hold firm on. There's nothing really, again, we can do right now other than continue to, really right now. So we've gone through a couple phases. Right now is like a holding phase. And when I say that, what do I mean? I mean, like, you can't let this stuff disappear. Because in the media, just in like politics, but not even like sports, this kind of stuff, Hollywood, these things can disappear and people can basically forget about them and they're not as impactful, right? When he lost the court case and all of that stuff was happening, this was the talk of the entire internet. You know what I mean? And obviously it's not right now, and I get it because it's old news or nothing really new has happened, and we've moved on, stuff like that. And that's fine, but we have to remember this stuff. That's really the phase we're in right now, is remembering, is staying angry in a way, if that's the way you want to kind of word it, right? Staying angry, staying like part of it, because then when this stuff happens again, because the Virginia trial is in May, that's when the U.S. case happens, and don't forget he's appealing to the high court in the U.K., so that's still happening as well. So when these things happen, we need to be there. And not like physically there, but we need to be right back in it, louder than we were last time, and it needs to continuously build. And that's how you send messages right now. And then how you send messages later is if Johnny Depp is in something, we watch it. Doesn't matter if we hate it, we watch it, okay? If he's not in something, let's say like a Pirates, if your prerogative is to not see it, and again, that's that gray area, because it's like, will I not see the next Pirates movie? That is a tough one. That's a really tough one. But how do you send a message? I mean, it flat out is not seeing it. It's not giving them money. So maybe seeing it, just seeing it in a different way, a free way, let's say. I won't go any further than that. But you know what I mean? That same thing with Amber Heard. Not watching. Now that's the reverse. Not watching things she's in and watching things she's not in. So it's the reverse of Johnny Depp. Those are the things over the next 1, 2, 3 years. These are the things we have to do. And if we don't do it, we don't send him. Now, obviously, there's the court stuff, and Johnny Depp can try and get himself out of this stuff in like the legal way. But again, you could say, did the legal system fail him? Probably. So far, it has. Okay, so there's only so much they can do, and we can hope for wins there, and that would help. That would absolutely help if he, if he wins, or if it's just not, if it's just not bad on his end, then it could be a pretty darn good thing, right? But there's not much more we can do in the short term except for talk about a TV show that would be, like, it would be so terrible, nobody would watch it. It would lose them countless dollars. It would be incredible. It would be absolutely incredible. And then they would blame, I don't even know who they would blame, because if you blame somebody, if you blame Johnny Depp fans, that doesn't make you look good. I don't think saying like, oh, you people that really love Johnny Depp, that you don't like Amber Heard, you didn't go see this show. It's like, well, I mean, if you knew that, then why'd you do it in the first place? Like, what were you expecting different from us? You know what I mean? So they're really, honestly, stuck no matter what happens. Let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that this is going to happen? Would you watch it? Maybe just to see the garbage fire that it is? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed again to this channel. Bell icon turned on. If you guys want to subscribe to my second channel, Podcast Now Plus, the link for that is in the description below. Would love to have you guys both places watching. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. If there's anything else that obviously happens on Amber, on Johnny, any of that kind of stuff, I'll be covering it, okay? And obviously, I cover Pirates of the Caribbean nonstop anyway. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all on the next video.